Good afternoon to everybody present here. Today, we are here to kickstart a 10 days online capacity development program on legal aid and adult laws, which has been jointly organized by Pro Bono Club, Kashmir Law College, and Pro Bono India. This capacity development program is financially supported by Ministry of Law and Justice, Government of India. Let me let you know about this Pro Bono India, which was founded by Dr. Kalpesh Kumar Gupta sir in 2016, and uh, this was formed to venture into different avenues like legal aid, legal awareness, legal activism, and legal journalism. Dr. Kalpesh sir is the founder of this Pro Bono India, and with his dedication and hard work, he has revolutionized the concept of legal activism by organizing regular programs at various universities and colleges all across India. We are proud of you, sir, and salute you for your hard work, integrity, and dedication in the field of legal aid and awareness initiatives. So we are very proud to host you amongst us, and it's a 10 days online capacity development program. So this is the first day, and in the introductory lecture, it's Dr. Kalpesh Kumar Gupta sir who is going to address this session. And without wasting time, uh, I request Dr. Kalpesh Kumar Gupta sir to please introduce the session and kickstart this 10-day online capacity development program. Over to Dr. Kalpesh sir ji.
Yes, thank you very much. I hope I am audible. I'm thankful to Mr. Yahya Ibrahim, faculty convener Pro Bono Club, Kashmir Law College, for initiating this. I hope I am audible.
Yes, sir, you are audible.
Yeah, sure. Thank you very much. Yeah. So this is a very great initiative. Let me tell you, we started like this, the course, like it was like you can say more than 25 hours, the program we conducted in that way. And then it was a great success. I would say obviously it's in English. So we are done with fourth edition of the short-term course on certificate course. You can say on legal aid and allied laws, having around different topics, 5 modules, and then I've been keep advising friends, faculty members from all over the India. Please plan this kind of program in your particular states, and then maybe preferably in local language because we should reach to all over the India, and then that way that. Initiative started and then we got very good response in first second third and actually we are done with fourth edition and then we did in Gujarati also one of the law colleges there in Gujarat, Anand Law College, Amul, from where Amul is situated in Anand Law College. So that way they did in Gujarati. So it was again 10 days program in Gujarati. So it was a great experience. The responses were received in that way. They also suggested to these things to other states also in different language like Punjab and Bengal, and then Goa also in regional language because this English that language also matters because many are not aware about this particular law. We should the basic thing. Day before yesterday, one of the this issue girl, she called me. So there is a issue with family dispute and problem is there, and uh, then I gave the number pro bono. There's a Nyay Bandhu and Telilo. There's the helpline number is also there, 144. That's they recently they've introduced this particular number. So in that way, they like I suggested, and then said nobody speaking up the phone. Then I connected to official from Department of Justice. So this is the thing. So it's a working. So that way I suggest. So only making people aware. Like just forget about this thing. I am not able to reach. I cannot come to Kashmir. I cannot go to Kanyakumari. I cannot go to Assam. But again, sitting at your home, right? You can just guide them, people, this kind of thing, advise people. Uh, right? Okay, this is the office you can go, this is a number, this is the email ID. If so those way things can be done in that way. So it's up to, like, sitting at home, let me tell you, we can do some activities for the, society wherever we are. So uh, I don't know participant are able to speak or not. Like, participant, do you have any idea, like, you can see the faculty members and students are there. So what is the situation of legal aid in India? Any inputs, if you like to share before I start my presentation? What is legal aid? How things work? What's your thought on legal aid? Eman Bhatt, I think she has raised hand.
Yes.
So
I don't know.
basically,
She's able.
concept
Yeah. Please.
for
Yeah,
such
please carry on. Yeah.
who are unable to pay an advocate, or who are unable to pay the expenses that a person has to pay, so that they can fight, so that they can defend their rights in court.
Definitely action code. Okay. Very good response, Eman. Yes. Any other responses? Anything, right? Your thought on legal aid or helping people as a student, as a faculty member, as a professional. Yes. Anyone? Yes. As far as you.
The legal aid is a right that every citizen gets. Like we have section 12 of this act that provides us free legal aid. That even citizens, convicted persons, all can get a advocate free of cost, and they don't have to pay a single penny for it, even not for a stamp.
Yes. Yes. Section 12 of, like, yeah. So participant, like, I don't, let me repeat, like, the name of act, really, Legal Services Authorities Act, right? Okay. Yeah. So again, like, for example, sometimes somebody needs only very basic help. Sir, where should I go? What should I do? Maybe after talking for a while, maybe 1 2 minute, or sometimes, things can happen. So definitely, I believe, yes, Section 12 of Legal Service Authority Act. Yeah. Yes, Naira, over to you, Naira.
So it is not. It's a constitutional duty. Like our constitution has separate article for it, Article 39A, which was introduced, I suppose, by 42nd Amendment, which clearly says that this it is an obligation on the state to help needy people, and to like to continue their litigation in the court of law. So it is a constitutional obligation.
Okay, it's a constitutional obligation. Okay. Last question before I, start with presentation and be sharing this PPT in a while. Okay, so now, like, I can see, like, most of the thing you are focusing on the code things, procedure, litigations. So what kind of activities comes under legally? Everybody, I can see you are focusing on uh, litigation, filing cases, filing court of law. But again, anything. Yes, Nitu. Nitu, Eman, you raised hand.
So the main aim being the providing access to justice to those who are poor, marginalized, and disadvantaged by providing them legal advice or representation in the courts, and also helping them with the drafting. Especially, drafting is one such issue that actually harms those who have certain knowledge. Also, they feel lagged behind in drafting, so it's a kind of help that can be provided.
Sure. Yes, definitely. This is also, like, very good point you like, you made, like, drafting also. I hope my PPT is visible.
Visible, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so please keep telling me if I'm moving or not. I'm slide number one. Now I'm on slide number two. Now the legal aid thing, right? So I can see some responses from foreign, like, litigations and drafting. That's a very good you point made. And then what kind of other activity? Litigation, drafting, or any other thing? So these are the basic point that
So
I'll be
there is this
focusing.
thing in CRPC which talks about victim compensation scheme that is also given to this legal aid cell in courts. They take care of what kind of compensation will be given to victim, their dependents. So that is also done by this legal aid cell. So
Okay, what's your name? What you are
awareness.
doing? You're a student or faculty? You're
So I'm preparing for exams.
preparing for which exam? Judiciary or
So judicial exams, yes, sir.
okay, okay. So you're done with law.
Yes, sir. I'm done with law.
Yeah, yeah. Right.
So, sir,
So yeah,
okay.
true,
So
true, true, true.
basically, I was telling sir, the other functions of legal aid is like they have to prepare for these victim compensation schemes. Like they decide what is the quantum of money they will be getting, their dependents will be getting. And one more thing, sir, these legal aid cells they create awareness in the remote places in the country. Like there are camps being held where students are taken. In fact, it's obligatory on colleges to have the legal aid cell where they create awareness campaigns in the remote areas of the country.
True, 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 true. What's your name? Sorry, because I am not
Naira.
able to see.
Naira.
Okay, and yeah, thank
Naira.
you. I can see my PPT only. Yeah, thank you very much. So
Naira.
yes, so definitely again, so this law is there, right? Awareness, litigation, drafting, and then very good point, right? This victim compensation also. It's again, next stage of legal aid. We can say there are some various cases are there. So in that way, you can see so what kind of legal aid still like people are not abide about this particular law. Like our friend talked about section 12 is there who are eligible for. Again, beyond that, it's not only like falling under that. There is a law and then there's authority is there. But again, like as a law student, law faculty, and then professional also, but tomorrow become as a judge, we can do something for the legal aid. And then so I'll be focusing on like what is legal aid, what kind of activities can be done in legal aid, and then what are the issues like happening, like things are there, and what more can be done in the legal aid area. Umbrella, we can say access to justice. Constitutionally, goals are there, preamble is there, article 20 14 21, and especially this article 39 a equal justice, free legal aid is there, and then provision in CPC, CRPC is there, right? For the like freely you can get some legal aid. Now this the goal of legal education we can see, right? I'm on a slide number 4. So this focus on like like a social change, right? So we are focusing like that is fine. This is one of the keep telling like it's a noble profession. We have to do something. So for the society. Obviously, every professional or every as an individual, we should do something for the society. So we just let's focus on our profession, the legal profession. So what like it's talking about uh like helping poor people are suffering, right? So we can know cases going for years and years. So that way, and various interpretation also done in various like article 20, like talking about the speedy justice, and then there are cases the inmates are languishing in jail for years and years. So goal of legal education, one line I would say, or you will also agree, the social change. uh, some of might have done LLM maybe years back. There's a paper like called Law and Social, like in LLM. There's one paper, Law and Social Transformation in India. How law is helping in social transformation. There is a issue. Okay, now domestic violence, or let us come up with domestic violence act or sexual harassment of women act, like anything. Like we just pick up. So there are some reason incident happens this particular point of time, and then we come up with particular law, and then sometimes we don't have any law, so whatever things are available like what happened in corona time. So we there was no particular law, so government took the assistance of, I would say, like 2 3 law like national disaster management authority, and then supported by the IPC, epidemic disease act. So with the help of these 3 4 laws, they try to handle this corona, right? So same thing, there are others laws also, you can say. Now the component of legal aid, can you see the slide number 6, component of legal aid?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I'll be already share this PPT. You can go through later on because you can see in detail also after this, because I'll be rushing, maybe skipping some slides also. So the component of legal aid, you can see it's not only like as I pointed out in the beginning, not litigation thing. We just you can like legal representation. You can say like somebody representing someone in particular case. You can give some legal advice to legal awareness, like you rightly pointed out, our friend create legal awareness on particular, because making people aware about legal, so half of the problem will be solved, I would say. As a, let me tell you, law teacher also, myself, sometimes I come to know about particular law after sometimes or read after sometimes the law came 2 3 years 4 years back. Then I started reading, because sometimes we, as a faculty, we don't have that particular subject, that like semester, every semester is there, we have to teach, so there's no like those people, like, for example, consumer protection act. So earlier older act 1986, and the new act 2019 is there. So obviously, like, until I get a chance, I won't be touching those paper. It's a very basic thing, everybody should know, like consumer, and then this is a very basic law. So when I came, sorry, 4 years back, I started reading, because there was no subject. Still, I started reading because at least I should understand what new things have come up in Consumer Protection Act 2019. Same thing with other laws also. Sometimes you see some smaller laws are there, right? Having like epidemic disease act, right? Some of you might have seen in Corona time, like four sections are there. It's not like sometimes some laws are there, 50, 100, 50, 100, 150, some maybe, like, depending upon the objective of the particular. Sometimes you see this kind of very, very few sections are there, and then having that in particular law. So here you see, like, paralegal services you are helping. So sometimes, like, a paralegal volunteer, you might have heard these things. So as a, also you can help in this kind of activities. You can provide, you can file public interest litigation, promoting, like, settle the dispute, like ADR is there now, we have mediation act is there, right? So that way, like, negotiation, counseling, and then obviously arbitration, mediation. Now mediation law is there, earlier it was not there. And then do research, like, law reform. Can anybody tell me what is law reform, how law reform can help in legal aid? It's a part of legal aid. I hope I'm audible.
So basically, these are some changes which are required in the existing laws.
True. Right? So while sitting, for example, you are good in practicing, so obviously, like, as a faculty, like, we have limitation, we may not be able to go paralegal world and PIL or going on ground. So I can do some legal advice, I can help legal awareness, I can write something, do research, okay, in the particular thing. And then, so those also you can help, like, this part of law reform. So that's where some, like, and then because law is for the, like, societal benefit, laws, all laws are created. So also you can do, so you can propose some new laws, so, or changes in that particular law. So these are the things, not only a litigation or filing cases, or legal awareness, advice, and then paralegal services. These are also part of legal. And other things also, like, very good point our friend made, like drafting. If somebody comes to you, sir, can you help me, like, drafting a particular small application, so in that way also it's a good thing, right? So that way you can help, like, paralegal volunteer, they help to fill up the particular form for for getting benefit of particular schemes in that way. So as a paralegal volunteer also you can do in that way. So these are the, like, component of legal aid. Now, the why to involve law students? So unfortunately we see 95, I, like, I'm sorry, I won't, like, skipping, I really want to ask question to all the participants, but again it will take a lot of time. So let me answer, like, uh having the legal aid clinic is a compulsory in the law school, right? So in that way, so most of, maybe I can assume, right, all the from the law background student, faculty member, or professional. So in that way, see, uh, it's a compulsory to have legal. Earlier it was not there, right? So act and changes. So every law school should have legal aid clinic. Unfortunately, I would say hardly 5% of law school there, this legal aid clinic working properly. Otherwise, it's for the name's sake. Okay, legal aid clinics there, some few activities done here and there, and then things are showing on, like, being shown on the paper. So as a law student, like, you can, okay, whatever you are studying, that's like, it's part of called clinical legal education. So practically things. So it's on the next slide. So why, as a, we can provide as a law student, or as a law colleges provide in, like, very no cost, I would say, no cost, maybe lower cost to provide a legal aid. Or you can also, like, professional responsibility. It's our responsibility to help society. So also that students learn by involving in this kind of particular activities, and then you learn practical skills, right? consumer protection act, you are learning in first year, and then you think okay, things come, so you trying to deal, okay, these are the issues, how to solve problem consumer or family law, any other thing, whatever subject you are, because we have limitations. So what, okay, internship, just that is fine, right? Internship, you go 1 or 2 times in a year, that is fine. But again, this is a way constantly you are in touch with, involving yourself with the particular problems. You learn these things because you see, like, whatever, like, you see, like, whatever learning, sometimes you see I have learned this thing, but again when interacting with people, then you suddenly think, so, okay, sorry, I don't know whether I should have to go back to my books. And sometimes a lot of things are not there in the books. It comes from the practical aspect, okay, how to file applications, or if this, okay, time limit, all things forms are there, still on ground something happens until you file uh, case, or the practical things you do, so you won't learn those things. Now the next slide, I'm on slide number 8, clinical legal education, one line. So practical, so we need support, like, what learning by doing. So whatever you're doing, so hands-on training, like theory, lot of acts. That's why we get, like, obviously internship that bridge those gap. But again, throughout, like, for example, in college, you can say you are there in college for 8 months. I would say for 4 months there is vacation, and then internship things are there. So those way, involve yourself in the particular activity. Hands-on training will learn, like medical, like word, like clinic. When we come, listen this word clinic. So the medical, we it's relate with this medical college in that way. So they learn those things. So for very first year they learn, also in the very first year they are with senior doctors, and they start learning. It's not like they complete mbbs and the other, medical, non-medical, the courses, they start practicing those things. The same thing we should also, start doing this thing. And legal is also one of the great tool, I would say, that falls under the clinical legal education umbrella. So in short, practical thing, like complete law and so practical, how complete law can be taught, or any other, like family or consumer, pick up any subject in that way. So the clinical legal education includes legal aid also, legal aid, and then other things are also there. So this is the clinical legal education is a, the umbrella. So here you see, so we need also support, like you also learn, right? You, like, practical skills you learn, and then building the bridge between law schools and the civil society organization, professional ethics, you learn this way, in the clinical legal education, that thing. Now having legal aid clinic, it's compulsory. Again, how it was, as I told you, like, hardly 5% law schools they're having properly, otherwise it's on the name shape things are happening. And this is not only like earlier, look at how we have this. uh, what do you think, like, what is the percentage of people they know about this act, legal services authority act? What's your idea?
Very
Kitne
few,
logo ko-
sir. Very few people.
any percentage, any idea, any guesses?
Probably 10-15%.
Yeah, that is a really unfortunate part. Wherever you are, most of you, like, I can see you're from JNK. And then you just ask people, because unfortunately, like, I keep getting, call from all over the India, and then I interact with them, and then even like educated people, they are not aware about this. At least you are aware about this thing. Sometimes, I receive call, okay, sir, there's an issue with my maid, so please can you guide me? Because they are learned, they know, things, they are active on internet or other, media, so they know, okay, this kind of free legal pro bono things are there. So that way I advise them, okay, do this thing, this is number, or go to this particular offices, things can be done. So look at this, that way, because I am right, I have an idea, so I can guide other people's same thing, right? Because they are also we cannot expect other people, like, who are disadvantaged people, they're busy in their livelihood, forget about these rights and given under the particular law. So that's where things can be done. Just now, so so I have that notice, like, the people are, unfortunately, they are educated people, like, they are not aware about this particular act. As I told you yesterday, I also gave numbers, because they type pro bono and legal aid, so I keep getting calls. Just I 20 minutes back I got a call, and then a WhatsApp message also regarding, sir, I have seen your video, please guide me related to the food safety thing. So the officer has taken sample, please guide me. So after this session I will see, like, how I will able to advise. So this is a way, like, so you can see, like, various committees were there, like committee was set up, the journey you can see. So So law is 1987. So like committee was set up 1970, 70, 72, 70. In between also something also things happen. These are the major year you can see. And then 1987 law is there, and then because this it came into force in 1995. So this is the journey, brief journey of legal aid system in India. You can see, and there is various rules, regulations are also there, schemes are there, different uh, regulation you can see, like in legal aid clinic, and then lok adalat regulations are also there, and then rules are also there, and then different scheme, asiatic survivor and human trafficking survivor, and then worker organized under there are around 13 15 schemes are there recently. If you somebody is following NASA website, so, they have put up two more drafts for mentally, I think that, and for the children. So two new the schemes they have put up for the comments. First time I have seen. Otherwise, earlier I have not seen they are inviting comments on that particular no scheme. So two schemes they have put up. So you can see different state are in different regulations. Laws are there in particular state, and then this is the structure you can see here from central level. So NASA we call National Legal Service Authority is there, and you rightly pointed out very few you know, people are knowing about this particular act. So more and more awareness is required. At least so people you can guide them. This is the name of office, or you can just tell them, like sometimes I don't use legal services authority, like we have, like you can see we have national level legal service authorities there, then state level district legal service authority, and taluk level, and then obviously supreme court high court level service legal service committee is there. So I call them, where are you calling from work, I'm calling from this particular district, so go to that court. So I don't use this legal service authority because it's a very technical thing. So I call them, go to this particular uh, court. So there is a office of free legal aid, you will get this thing. And then sometimes like for the woman, so you can get tell them as a woman you are you can get the free legal aid. So those way things people go. And then sometimes issues are also there, sir, I cannot go to somebody's there, advocate can help in this area because it's very far away from my home. Sometimes I have seen, like, I keep saying number like for Mumbai, from websites, so nobody's picking up the phone, number has given, high legal service authority number is given, but nobody picking up the phone. These are the practical things happens, and I keep sometimes communicating to various authority whenever I get the chance, or your helpline is not working, so please look into this, it should work. It's not like people are calling, and then yesterday the same thing happened. I said it's working. I communicated, I sent a screenshot to authority of Pro Bono Club, the Department of Justice. So it's working. You can also check it out. She asked me, sir, you also check it out, and we are like to feedback from your side also. So maybe in future, I will also call sometimes. But let me see like whether it's working or not helpline, because you know how helpline works. We know people like it's ringing, nobody's on the phone. Sometimes no ring, we also there. Sometimes you know automatic messages are there, so those frustration are happen sometimes in legal aid. Now things like, I say, what are the issues, I can say the practical thing is missing in our legal education. So clinical legal education, I told you, in short the practical things are missing. We don't have legal aid, dedicated legal aid councils are there to can help, and you can see some budget constraint, we don't have budget in particular carrying out activities from more than like 1800 plus law colleges are there. So smaller, you can imagine they don't have faculty infrastructure, just forget about budget for this legal aid activities. And then for other things suggested, the four major point I have mentioned, and then no idea about the legal aid activities. As I told you, sometimes faculty also ask like some, so what kind of legal activities we can do. So whatever budget, you have resources, use those resources. Obviously uh, don't like, you cannot match, otherwise should not compare yourself with the other law schools. Yeah, law schools, others are, they are doing these kind of activities, and whatever activity they are doing. Again, we have our constrained resources available, so you should go for that way. Whatever there is options are there. Okay, we are good at in creating, doing research or legal aid awareness. Some are doing some bigger activities. Sometimes you can join hands also. That are also one of the issues I have seen. There is no collaboration. I have seen, like like some reason there are 2 3 colleges are there. That way also you can collaborate for this particular activity in that way, and then you can share your strength Okay, I'm good at particular thing and infrastructure. Okay, you have good number of students are there, so let us plan this particular activities. So those way you have to just plan out. Now I will discuss briefly some of the case, like case studies. So case number one, can you see case number one, slide number 16?
Yes, sir, we can.
Yeah.
Yes,
So
sir.
let us, yeah, okay, thank you. So slide number 16. So you can see there's a survey done by, again, it's a very big one. So you can just see, I will give you just a glimpse. So case number one is one of the known professor, like, from Goa. So he conducted this, again, report is available. So study of law school based legal service clinic, how it works, right? The functioning of legal aid cell in establishment of the sorry, established in particular law school. So you can see they take a sample from Odisha, seven state, Odisha, Bihar, Chhattisgarh, Jharkhand, Uttar Pradesh, Madhya Pradesh, Rajasthan. Total 39 law schools they covered, and then major issues you can say, like, a student, right, and faculty members also, right, they don't get extra credit because student doesn't, uh, don't work for particular, okay, if there is no marks we won't be doing this kind of activity. I mean, there is no credit for this particular, carrying out these activities. Faculty member also, they don't get any uh, workload. For example, faculty they have to take 2 3 4 classes in a day, in a week, or sometimes you see I have seen like faculties are taking 20 classes in a week. So those way, and then additionally this kind of work also, so they are also not interested. It should be part of, for example, one faculty is taking like, legally active other activities. So the burden should be reduced. It should not be like, same burden, and then so there is no academic credit, right, part of curriculum this. And then small activities you can see there is no collaboration you can see with NGO, we don't collaborate. uh, and then small activities you do here and there, some I have seen, like, you might have also seen like in some of the law schools, okay, they do some 1 2 activities in one semester, one couple of in another semester, that's it, small activities here and there, that's it. So those who are the namesake, they are doing activities. Again, if you're doing those kind of activity, do in good numbers, right? So, and fruitful things will be there. Uh, Here you can see like there is no financial support, and then uh, student like infrastructure support is not there, budget issues are there for faculty. As I told you, the workload not part of things. Student quality, or sometimes some law schools, okay, or the some part-time student, they will come, they attend a couple of class and they will go. So we need full time because you won't be able to do activity. For example, college start from 8 o'clock, or maybe another time is there. So at least we need students should be there on the field, campus, so we can do some activities. Otherwise we won't be able to do activities. As a faculty, we need students to carrying out the activities. And then sometimes there is no particular idea what to do these activities. And Bar Council of India unfortunately not active for last couple of years. They are doing some like, they keep asking do some activities, set up villages nearby your colleges and carrying out these activities. So now I can see some things are happening again. So as a law school we have to take initiative rather than waiting for Bar Council or any other authority to uh, like initiate tell us. So here they recommended there should be a faculty should be there, and then training kind of program should be they should conduct, and then the conference on legal aid clinic. So look, this is a very old one. So 2011 you can see, so very relevant I can see. Last you can see like, like things like a small talk or this kind of program like what you are attending right now. So this is again capacity, like the building conference, seminar, and then short-term courses or anything are all around the legal aid. So I'm part of various activities. I keep going. I also learn a lot of things what other law schools are doing, what kind of activities they are doing that way. And then last till 6 7 years I attended various this kind of program. So that's a very great experience in that way also, like what others are doing, what we should do in the activity. And obviously this legal activities cannot be standardized, right? So, okay, this is the thing that we have to do because things are very different, our region is very different, and so we have to customize our legal aid activities in uh, that way, whatever resources are available. And then same way, like creating experience sharing you can see. So Pro Bono India I can see, like that keep sharing this thing what things are happening in legal aid area. Now case number two, Yes, please. Any questions? Somebody maybe raised hand. Okay. So case number two in detail, like one of the professors from a National Law School, Delhi. So he conducted. It took around 2 3 years for this particular project. So legal aid council, right? So this is the sample size they taken. So legal aid councils are there. So they're connected with the legal services authority. Like so they are a panel, not panel. I would say they are connected with the whenever cases come. So as a it's a 3 years experience is required. Like I have completed, so 3 years require years experience is required to become a one part of legal service authority at the legal aid council. So this is a sample. You can see took the sample beneficiary, judicial officers, and then members of legal 11 districts in Delhi Legal Service Authority. Uh, Crux, like I would say, so there are a lot of findings are there. Again, and just let me give you. So most of the time, this legal aid council they join. Like also you can experience, right? Maybe you want to do. They are not good. They are not experienced to handle cases. They join this legal services. Uh, I request you just PPT should later on. Again, so many slides points are there. They join for the experience, okay, because initially you don't have any cases. You join this kind things as a for getting experience. Let us do this thing, from there we'll get some cases. They don't have good communication skill, and then they don't have any drafting argumentative skills also, because they are judicial officer. They are asking questions regarding to legal aid councils, and then they are not full time, they are ad hoc basis. And I have seen, like sometimes the cases are there when things I suggested go to legal service authority, and these are the sometimes that legal aid council not responding. Like somebody respond, like connected, and then ask for legal aid council in legal service authority. They allotted one lawyer. So lawyer is not asking, responding, not coming on, not picking up the phone, not responding, not coming on particular date, not advising. So these kind of things are also happening. So that is also issue with that's a quality of. So you can select competency and commitment of the legal aid council. And then so various insight, you can see this is a figure. I'm not going into detail. So in short, they join for the experience, not good quality, not experience, like you're going joining for the like a services, right? I want to do something for the society. Let us let oh, and everybody, like earlier chief justice also, Justice Euler is also told, like at least uh, lawyers should do at least 3 pro bono work in a year. So you can imagine, like if everybody start doing, okay, or you can also think, okay, in a year I will do one cases, two cases, whatever, right? As per your capability, your timing, whatever you can do in that way. So those way you can until I will doing this kind of activity. Same thing as a law student also, as a law faculty also, not necessary, and obviously as a judicial officer also. So that is the opportunity. Let me tell you, like not think I will having big resources, and then I'll be doing some activity. The answer is no. You are spreading awareness, helping people, creating something for the writing for the law reform, guiding people, right? So those way also like help. So there is a way to doing some activity. These are the recommendation from that particular things. And then obviously other part of the thing. These are like okay. We talked about the legal aid council. They are not training should be there, and then they are not also. Let me tell you, they are not getting good amount of money also. For particular cases, they have decided will be getting this similar particular cases, and then drafting skill and appearance. So the amount is fixed. So they are getting, again, they are not getting on time, and then lot of expectation from legal aid council. So these are the way things. If other side of the story, I talked about then, okay, they are not capable, they are joining for the experience. But other times you see they are not getting good opportunity, and then good amount of the money they are not getting again on the time. There is a case and I am handling, for example. So I had to spend money, right? Hearing that cases will be there, and then some photocopy charge, drafting stationery things. So I cannot ask anything from uh, for the client. Same thing here also, like there's in this particular this report also. So this percentage of people, they ask money from the client. Okay, well, give money from this photocopy charge or any other thing. So in that. these guys also they charge other amount also, right? For it will go to their pocket, so they are not allowed to ask any amount from they have to claim from legal authority. uh, Another like on the case small case you can see uh, like legal, for example, some serious cases are there. So you cannot imagine a young guy just practicing for very few years, right? Years, and then uh, you you are given cases, very serious cases, right? So obviously, like this is a murder case, you can, how can you, this is not a, like practicing ground. You just come, like for example, I'm involved, I need a legal involved in like in murder case, and then I got a legal aid counsel, but he or she is not capable of doing those kind. It's not a practice thing. Okay, do this activities in that way, or this is the case. That way, this is not the way. It should be like, capable. Small cases, that is fine, right? But again, it's this kind of serious cases. So this is the like a not a like net practice. Okay, you go and practice and help. The answer is no. For this kind of cases also, otherwise defeat the purpose. Like competent legal aid service is required. The case number 4, you can see this is the last year case. So here you can say like so advocate appointed represent accused should be given reasonable time to go through the file. For example, like tomorrow is the case and I'm getting, as I'm a legal aid counsel, I'm getting file right now. So how can you expect me to go entire thing and I will represent that particular person who are in the client, the given by legal aid portal. Here again, so can say like should be given reasonable time to go through file and get ready to assist the court. The object of appointing advocate to right espouse the cause of the appellant who was right unrepresented was to ensure the access to justice. In that, I need also time, right? I'm a legal aid counsel. I need also time. Okay, I got the file. I'll go through it and then represent well that particular client. So what can we do? The way forward, we need some more and more practical things are required by way of clinical education. As I told you, practicality things. Don't take it as a right. It's an umbrella. Clinical legal education is an umbrella. Under that, legal aid comes, right? So who are in final year or who are already advocated, practicing done with law. So we have clinical papers are there, like moot court, and then drafting, AD, alternative dispute resolution. So these are the clinical. It's called clinical paper. 4 papers are there. Uh, Drafting. So we learn practical thing, how to draft, how to like do argue, the moot court thing, alternative dispute resolution. So those ways, this is unfortunately not much practical. It is there. Paper name is there, clinical paper 1, 2, 3, 4. But again, so those ways, so this is more practical things are required. We need dedicated legal aid counsel, as I told you, obviously component one. Our definition of legal aid, again, we every time we talk about, okay, it's underprivileged or not able to pay amount, the money for the particular case, the answer is no. We have to go, like you go to foreign country, other country, you see there are like tax clinic as clinics are also there, startup clinic, and then refugee clinic, veteran clinic, different kind of other clinics are there. It's not always okay, somebody's underprivileged, not able to pay the money and they should be eligible. uh, like every like like most as per the like survey, say 80% of the like you can see, because women, like section 12 our friend talked about in the, like the criteria to who will get the legal aid and the legal service authority. So SC, ST, and then women, children, and so women, you can so more around 80% of the population of India, they're eligible for legal aid. So you can imagine the kind of things to be there in the place particularly. So that is not possible, unfortunately. So it's not always this legal aid. So wherever you do awareness activity, this also like not restricting yourself to that particular thing. You can go beyond that ways, and then the coordination between law schools, like you can join hands with NGO, 2, 3 law colleges, NGO, and do activities. Because these things will be there, right? I don't have resources, but that way you have to some plan out. We can contact. Sometimes we also be discuss. We should contact alumni also for helping. I have seen some of the law schools. They alumni comes. They being part of legal aid clinics, handle cases. Those way you are connected with the NGO, civil social organizations. So that's way you can do activities. Otherwise, okay, every college is everybody has limitation. But how we have to think what things can be done now. Innovation in the legal aid activities, what new things can be done in legal aid activities. Now, I don't know how many aware anybody aware about this legally defense counsel scheme? Anyone? Any one of you? I'm on slide number 41. Legally defense counsel scheme 2022. I hope I'm audible.
Yes, sir, you are audible.
Okay. I think people are not aware about this thing. Yeah. So legally defense counsel schemes, you can see. So here, like one thing is there, public prosecutor is there appointed by government. Another thing, like there ad hoc basis, right? A legal, this legal, as I told you, the council, right? The ad hoc basis. Here, the needs to, because this is again related to like criminal cases. As I told you, like people are the legal counsel are not capable, and then issues are there, especially like this kind of criminal cases in that way. So here, like promoting legal is criminal matters, right? The public defender system we see in foreign countries. So in that way, this was initiated. Obviously now, all the states being covered under this. So national legacy authority like decided because again you see here after the budget comes and then they have to plan activities as per budget given. So they also, this is one of the things under this legally defense council you can see. So the state they, so here you can see what so they're getting fixed amount. Public prosecutor is different thing, they're getting salary whatever as per pay commission, right? That's salary they are getting. Legal aid council as per case, when case is there, so things are they will be getting money, so no fixed other things are there. Here now you see this the fixed amount they'll be getting. I think when a couple of my friends, they become this legal defense counsel. So here, see, this only office will be there. You can just check it in your state also, right? So chief legal defense counsel. So they'll getting fixed salary in that way, and then office will be there. Again, they'll be criminal matters, especially as I told you, deputy chief legal defense counsel assistant and office assistant. So that's where they put up a structure, right? What will the structure of that particular office from office peon and receptionist, and then from top to bottom. Now you can see here the honorarium
Right.
retainership, right? So don't take it as a salary or those things. So maybe tomorrow funding is not there, so they may discontinue, right? Something in that happen. So like fast track court, like they the budget is there, right, for the fast track court. But when there is no budget, then they start closing fast track court also. So those things are, so you can see like salary is a safe legal defense counsel. So uh, I'm sorry, so 70 to 1 lakh rupees and deputy 50, 75,000 assistant. So that way they have classified what will the salary, right? Fix they'll be getting. And then now related to innovation in the legal aid activities, what can be done? Actually, I want to ask participant, but we don't have time. Let me going fast. What kind of like innovation? So this is like, as I told, like small initiative I create Pro Bono India also, some spreading awareness on legal aid. So in that way, so these are like initiative like I call it socio legal startup by students. So as you can see, this is like SOCO, socially connected. Like these are all GNLE student, Gujarat National Law University student. So they started these activities, and then um, law tools started by two sisters. So creating awareness with the like cartoon is there. So creating awareness with the help of cartoon. So their name is law tools. Project Sathi again is Assam student. He's working on right to education. So you can pick a one thing also. Okay, I will be working on that particular subject matter also. He will be, I think, passing out this year. He's from Assam, so he filed public inter litigation also and working right to education, and then got very good results also by way of filing PIL. So those way he, and somebody again for GNLU that student. So socio legal initiative that you can do, focus on a particular thing, and you have to think what kind of activities you can do. Now you can, this is like slide number 46. You can see in the corona time, like telelaw, like telelaw on that date, people, the panel law, they started getting so many calls every day. They used to get call 50, 60 call in a day. So they connected department to justice, connected us, and then they say, sir, can your interns I drop idea message in group. So the students and they readily agreed. So we made a four team, and they were assigned different work, and they assisted like sitting at home. uh, So there were around 42 students. We made four groups on different subject and things. We The task was given, and then they, because back end this, so they help lawyers, right, with the help of background research to all panel lawyers. So this is the way, like, how you can help us, because students, they also got certificates also, and then some other two items also from Department of Justice as a token of appreciation from department. And then this is like Corona time, so colleges, they collaborated, GNLU, NLU, Bhopal also, they collaborated to helping, because obviously the movements are restricted, were restricted in that particular time. I'm sitting at home, so I can, how can help in, like, for example, in Kashmir, so I can connect to law or any other, so those way things can be done. I cannot come to Kashmir or come to other state. So those way, like, you can say this is like, because GNLU and then NLU Bhopal. So that way, student connection, clubs are connection, their faculty are connected, maybe heads of the institution, they are connected. So something you have to decide, like what way you can do it to deal with particular situation. One of the, like, a lot of things happen in COVID times also, like rights of the, so one of the student from GNLU I come across also, I think LinkedIn or Facebook I come to know. So she like started this know your COVID's rights. So different rights were the issues were there, like happen, like not only health related issue, that other things are happen. So this she started this initiative, this COVID's rights India.com, for the awareness in that way. And then related to the office of legal aid king. So we keep talking like it should be near to gate, accessible. Sometimes I have seen big law schools are there, or maybe universities are there. So in the very inside, office is there, like so this is like Nirma University is there, and then the Institute of Law, Nirma University. So they, so few years back, they set up a legal aid clinic at the near the main gate. Recently, I visited, and then the faculty member, the assigned, they sit on designated date for a couple of hours. That was around maybe 4 to 6, couple of hours they sit on the rotation basis. So whoever comes, they discuss, interact, and then that way. So then I interacted with faculty also. So in case of people, they are not turning up, but like you have to also market, promote also. We have legal aid clinic, so you put up a big board outside, so that I could notice. I visited recently, few months back. So that is fine, like you should be visible. Legal aid clinic, people should come to know, okay, there is a legal aid clinic, this kind of services given, number should be given, uh, contact number when there's no available. Like I went to Tamil Nadu National Law Institute recently. So okay, office work there, legal aid clinic. Then I told student, I could notice no number is there. At least you should put mobile number, so you can contact her whenever things are required. And then obviously later on you can visit that legal aid clinic. So some one number should be there, and should be like reachable at that particular ideal point of time, right, in that way. So those things, recently GNLU also few months back, they inaugurated near, right, so earlier it was third floor, you can see, GNLU building is there. So recently they started legal aid clinic near the main gate. So this is a great initiative, and that was done recently. This Pro Bono India, as I told you, I started various activity. I'm not going to detail. So what are happening in legal awareness, putting it one platform and doing various activities. And then we did, as I told you, we done course also. And this is the compilation we created. It's freely available, so you can check it out. Different subject matter, like human rights, Article 39A also we completed. And then this is cases filed in Corona crisis. This is where you can see here. So one of the student from Bennett University, she did. She was in second year. Now she's in final year, done with final year. So she did this way. So various case compilation we did on different subject matter. Uh, uh, I hope some of you must be aware about seven platform, right? Freely available courses are there. So there is one of the course for access to justice is there. So you can just check it out. Things whenever you're free, you can take the complete this course. So all things you also, other things you also will learn in detail subject matter. Telelaw services, I told you 2017 it was launched, again to people reaching to, like, with the help of common services and services center, so connecting people at large in that way. So you can see here, like, diagram, some of you must be aware about these things. So PLV, paralegal volunteer meets beneficiary, right? So register. You can also help, like, app is there, so you can help them. You are having a app in a mobile. Okay, tell me. Okay, okay. So yeah, I can give my details. So you as a paralegal volunteer filled details in this particular case. Okay, this thing happened, basic detail in that way, and then fix the time limit. So, so it's called CSC, like computer center in short, one common language, let me tell you. So that you can go, and then CSC, like Common Service Center. So and the beneficiary go and visit, so you can get a legal advice. A panel lawyer is there. You are sitting here, and then so this is a cycle how telelaw works. So earlier it was like section 12 categories are there. Now it's a free. Earlier who are not falling under this particular category, you can see here women, children, SC, ST, victim from trafficking, mentally ill, differently able people. So it was free, right? So in that way, so they used to charge 30 rupees earlier. So now there is no fee. Anybody can get service, right, under the tele law. So this is the latest figure. You can see this 86, 86 like a beneficiary they have been served. And then I request all of you, keep following these pages. What kind of activities they are doing. So I've been following for long, tele law, and then Ministry of Law and Justice. So I keep telling. So this is a today morning I took the figure. And it was uh, updated my PPT with couple of slides. So it's 86 lakh beneficiary were there, and then this is a Nabaddu app. So Telelaw 2017, and let me tell you, many were not aware about this particular things, because they started with pilot survey. Uh, because I've been following since beginning. So last 2 year, I would say people have started knowing. Okay, there is Telelaw is there, Nabaddu is there, and then I keep sharing in group also promoting this thing, and when you start using, then people will come to know, okay, these are the things are there and what kind of changes should be there. They also need feedback. But what are things, as I told you yesterday, I said, so the help is not working, so I send that, but WhatsApp screenshot to that official. So that way we should communicate. So that way also like helping. Look at this, I gave the feedback, and then that is also part of legal aid, you can say. And then you can see like pro bono, like Nabandhu, as I told you, this app how it works. As a beneficiary, you can get to know, and then as a beneficiary, as a student also, professor also, you can help them fill that details, because otherwise people are telling sometimes if somebody is not having a smartphone, obviously everybody cannot have smartphone. So obviously you can help, right? You are having app, uh, right, in that way, so you can fill that details and help them. So those way things can be done, like helpline number also. Sometimes I remember I gave this number to one lady few months back. I said nobody speaking of the phone, so those issues also happens. Other helpline number also are there, like this Department of Justice also launched different state. You can see like right to legal aid launch legal aid program, and NALSA helpline also they upgraded, and they come up with app also telelaw and NALSA, and that way. Project 39A, they are working. So earlier it was Center for Death Penalty, so now they're called it Project 39A. They're working on very various important subject matter, especially like they can, it's easily available. You can see later on. So you can see like in more than like 75% the prisons under trial prisoners, cases are going on. So those way like things again, issues are there for the under trial prisoners. So legally to under trial prisoners in Maharashtra, they come up with this report. They did the research, and then you can just check it out, this particular thing, report. Now I'm just talking about the out of box thing. We what things extra or new things can be done illegally. Now, who thought like four agriculture law legal aid clinic started, like and then you can also a few years back, I think 2017, I met one of the faculty. She was in Tamil Nadu National Law University. So they are having land law clinic. Sometimes you see some clinics are there, so only legal aid clinic, but they have started with a sub clinic also, like consumer clinic, human rights clinic, and land. So that way, so they were having land law clinics. So we are getting so many cases on land law, so and then that's the way. Like tomorrow, like for example, tomorrow in Kashmir, like you can start like refugee clinics. So those way you can focus on help those people. It is not applicable to Gujarat or other maybe other states. So because things are not, those kind of problems are not there in that particular region. So GNLU, like as I told you, part of since long. So I keep going. So annual people, students come, law schools comes, they present their activities, what kind of activities that they are being carrying out. So they're done with fifth recently. As I told you, fifth I was part of fifth legal this annual legal forum. So when then in that only they inaugurated this legal aid clinic on campus near the main gate. And then state level legal symposium also organized last year. So this great experience. Same way as I told, you can also plan at a state level also, at least like maybe uh, 5 6 law college also comes sharing experience. So it's very great, let me tell you. Whatever things you can see, what I have shared last 1 hour, I have seen, I experienced, be a part of particular meeting, conference seminar. I also learn, I also share my experience, what can be done. So those things are there. Now things like competitions are also being organized recently. Pro bono also we have been organizing like legal essay competition, social legal filmmaking competition. We have done with 8 edition so far. So you have to make a 5 minute movie on social legal issues. So this is a great experience. And then pro bono drafting competition we started. So recently we just conducted on 9th. So you have to make a draft on PIL, consumer, and then RTI drafting in that way. So they did the, and then you have to like handwritten. So if you anybody interested, you can reach out to me. I will share those drafts from first edition and second edition. Evaluation is going on. So result maybe in couple of maybe 10 days. The result will be there. So it's a great experience. So in that the competition enhancing this drafting skill, awareness. So a lot of things are there. And then this is a one of the example you can see from the National Law School Bangalore. So they are done with 2 edition of this competition, legal aid competition. In that way they, you can see that this different task is also given, like state play, or you can see village adalat, and then community hearts. And then so those, this is the first edition. And then second edition you can see I also spoke one of the sessions. So that way you just check it out details. This is like good things are like happening, activities, conference, seminar, competition. Nobody thought, okay, we are focusing on moot court competition, ADR competition, and then client counseling. This is also great thing. Like you can learn, be a part of those things, and that way. This is like recently I started. Like I thought, that this with, as I told, we did like a case compilation as I just shared with you, the Article 39A, and then other things. So I thought of, let me plan this in various act, rule, regulation schemes are there. So I uh, the, those things put it at one place with some comments, other things. So this book you can see, the Handbook of Legal Service Authority Act, judgments and schemes or rule regulation are also there in this way. So they recently launched. So sorry, thank you. Well, I was fast because otherwise it would have taken more half an hour. So I already shared this PPT. Right. So please go through it later on, or restart reading other things in detail whenever you get the time. I'm open for questions. Yes, yes, yes. I am open for questions. Any questions, participants?
Yes, any student having any question or any clarification regarding the talk which was presented by Dr. Kalpeji, you can please raise your hand and ask the question, or you can even drop it in the chat box.
Yes, please. Any question, query? Yeah, Hashfar Rashid.
Sir, what if the legal aid advocate does not take any action? Can the victim claim any damages or take some legal action against the legal aid lawyer?
You're a law student or what you are doing? I request participant, you can introduce yourself, so to, I can get to know like.
So, in KLL, I'm in currently in third year.
Okay, okay. So like, let me tell you, like some they will remove. For example, you can make a complaint, right? The legal counsel knows, so they will remove from, right. So they can may issue so cause notice also, notice there's complaint has come up, right? If you let, and then obviously after some not following, so they can remove also from the panel. I have not seen some strict actions One of the report you can see that suggestion that by Professor G. Singh Man. So code of conduct should be there. These are your roles and responsibility, right? You'll be getting these things, so that way you don't do. So this kind of action will be taken care of. Still, again, told you two sides of the story. They are not also getting money. They are not motivated. Sometimes, things are being proposed. Like if you are into legal aid activities, so you get some preference in judiciary or a public prosecutor exam or any other exam. So no things are being happening, right? Some actions or maybe because it will be very harsh, I would say. But if very very serious, action should be taken, right? So things can reach to bar council also, right? Complain this thing happens, so those things also can happen. I hope I have answered your query.
Thank you so much.
Yes, any yeah, question, more query? Yeah, I can see like this is the, like as I told you, new things you can say, latest development, this the use of technology and this legal aid defense council, right? This is the new things I would say. Legal aid defense council is a good step to helping legal aid, and then this use of technology, this Nyay Bandhu, Telelaw, and then Nyay Sahayak, right? So I request all of you, right, to go on social media. So I keep following this Ministry of Law and Justice social media handles. So from there all, like, because that is the only source I would say I'm like getting information. So people are there. So Rajasthan, I think they come with pilots, Nyay Sahayak, and then so these are the use of technology, right? So helping platform and new schemes, right? So in that way, see, all right, you can say pro bono club. This is under the DISA scheme, designing innovative solution and holistic access to justice. DISHA. That's a scheme. Fund was given for the 5 year, and then these activities are being carried out. So these are the new things already I have discussed, right, in my PPT. So again, these are new development. Obviously new things are required. As I told you, you can just say okay, as I told you, scope of providing legally, it should be expanded. You do some research, you can just read out, start writing, right? And then you can reach out to, like for example, people refer blog, you can just write, you put it online, people also refer. It's no, don't think or and you can send it to a specified authority also. They also keep doing research. Sometimes come they can uh, come to your article, your suggestion, and they can, it can be also implemented. So those way things can be done. Yes, any other question, query? Any law faculty is there? I don't know because law. Any other question, query? This is one of the initiative, like you feel like nobody is talking about legal aid, legal awareness few years back. This is the way some activities, because you are sitting at home, something you can start thinking, and then small initiative really can make a difference. I'm not doing very very big thing. Whatever things I can do with the available resources that I'm doing and helping people. Yes, any other question, query? Yeah, the very good suggestion, Nitu. Promoting the use of local language might help enhance the efficiency of legal activities, and focusing of feedback is a must. Yes, yes. So this thing, right? Already have answered. Recent development reforms in legal aid system. Ayat, I think you have. I think second time you have dropped. So Nitu, yeah, definitely, because when we go to big other law schools, like national law school, so this is also one of the issue with, like language barrier. So we, if we go to legally awareness activities, so how you connect with people? So that's why the answer is that, like, people are from local, they are knowing. For example, I'm from, let's say, Gujarat, and then so like for example, team is going of 10 people, so at least 2 3 4 should be from Gujarat. Same thing from Kashmir also, right? Maybe like Kashmir Law College, most of from there, so no issue will be there, right? For local law college, because they are from there, they know, so they can easily do activities. But this kind of national level institutions or big institution, students are from all over the India or maybe some part of this. For them, that way, this way you have to look. Obviously, this issues happen. Local language. So we have to plan this way. There should be a proper team of students, so he or people know uh, local language, because that's a big connection. You just forget about your legal knowledge, right? So right, if you come to your state, if it's Hindi, but if you are speaking Kashmiri, so it will be more impactful rather than I speak Hindi, sorry, Urdu or Kashmiri. Yeah. Any other questions? So please go through PPT, start reading, right? So as I told you, examples, reading, and then you get to know after that. Yes, please. Anybody from uh, out of JNK? Because if I'm not wrong, most of from JNK.
I'm from MGU, sir, Haryana, Rohtak.
Okay, okay, okay. Yes, Nitin Yadav. Okay, Prajesh Patel from Gujarat. Okay, good to know. Yes, participant raise the hand. Then we'll close. PPT I already shared. You can reach out to me. So I've already shared it with the PPT. You can just
That will be shared in the WhatsApp group as well that has been
yeah,
created.
sure, sure. Okay, then I think there is no much more questions are there. Okay. So thank you very much. It was a great interaction with all the students. I can see people are curious to know about the legal aid, and then from the questions and then number of participants also. Over to yeah.
Okay, sir. Thank you so much, sir, Kalpesh sir, for enlightening us about the practical insights of your wonderful presentation on legal aid. Despite being highly occupied, your good self, within a short span of time, agreed to my request and honored us with your introductory session on legal aid. And you have been a constant source of support and inspiration for all of us. And in future, with Pro Bono India, we wish to conduct more such online programs so that our law students, teachers, advocates, and common people in general also get benefited from all your experience which you are having in this field. Thank you so much for giving us time and inaugurating this session. Thank you so much,
Thank
sir.
you. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you very much for invitation. Thank you very much all the participants for kind interest.